be views, indexes, and CTEs. So three things we will be covering today. We will start with views. We'll understand what is a view. Then we will move forward with a few other topics. Right. So let me just share a reminder in the group that the session has started and they can join. Okay. So okay, so the two assignments that I've shared, did anyone of you try those assignments? I've shared in the Telegram group. I think they are uploaded in the LMS also. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are. Did anyone go through the questions? Okay, so if not, then go through them. You have this week or whenever you get time. I will share the solutions by Thursday, but whenever you get time, just practice them. You don't need to upload them or something. Just do them by yourself and check if you are able to solve the most of questions. Or so today, let us start with view. Slightly less number of students today. Maybe yesterday subqueries was a little complicated, or maybe they are still, waking up and joining the session. So let us start regarding. So what is a view? Any questions, any doubt in yesterday's session, anyone? Before moving forward, anything you want to ask?
No.
Okay, great. So let us start with our new topic for the day, which is views. Right, views actually stands for a virtual table, and
So
view. Yes, Nilesh.
I'm sorry, I responded a little late. Uh, I have only a small query that are correlated subquery. This only the small thing you can explain. I'm able to do. I don't want to do again the queries, but just a concept.
Yeah, sure. I will.
Thanks. I'm sorry for disturbing others.
No, not an issue. So you just want me to repeat the concept, like what the idea is about correlated subquery, what we are trying to do.
Yes.
Okay, just allow me a moment. I'll open the PDF and I'll explain.
You are saying something along with the writing. We are not able to hear because you are.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, when I say that we are trying to do a correlated subqueries, the idea is both the queries are related to each other. When I talk about a single or multi-row subqueries, the inner subquery is not related to the outer subquery. See, this is a normal subquery, right? This is not correlated. Why? Because I can run this inner subquery independently and I will get a value. See, I get the average salary. So this is not correlated, right? This query is independent of the query that is written outside. Even if I remove this query, I can still get the average value. That is general multi-row or single row subquery. But in the correlated subquery, it has to reference column from the outer query. Okay. So what it means, let us go back to our example and see here. So in a normal scenario, what I was doing, I was just getting the average score. Let us say this was 81. Now, whoever has the score greater than 81 would be my output. Otherwise, it would be rejected. So first I got the score, then I compared the score with the names. Right. So not an issue, totally fine. When we talk about correlated subquery, the inner subquery has to run every time for the outer query. Why? Because there is an inherent condition to be satisfied. Like in this example, let us say I ask you that I want the average higher than the average of their class. Now there is an additional condition that we have to compare it with this specific class, right? So this means that we have to make sure that whatever outer person is, we are comparing the average for his class only. So let me decipher that example that we did yesterday. So a normal query or normal subquery in terms of, let us go back to Northwind, right? So the last question we did was uh, product name whose unit price is above the average unit price, right? So what is the query? Select product name, comma, unit price from products where unit price is greater than, select average unit price from products. Again, this is a normal subquery, right? Okay. You have to write this in bracket, right? Again, this is a normal subquery. Why? Because the inner subquery is not dependent on the outer subquery, right? But in case of a correlated, one, correlated subquery, which is greater than average unit price in their category, right? Now let us have a look at the table. Select star from products. Right? This is my table. Now what the question says that we have to calculate the unit price, average unit price, right? We have to calculate the average unit price, which is this, but for each category. Now what will happen? Unless I know the category of the product, how will I calculate the average unit price, right? Here there is no such condition, so I calculate the average unit price. Perfect. Here, to calculate the average unit price, let us say I want to check if Chang, this product, is having greater value than average unit price or not. But to calculate the average unit price, I will have to know what is the category. So first I will look at the category, then I will calculate the unit price. So कैटेगरी देखने के लिए मुझे इस क्वेरी से बाहर पहली वाली क्वेरी में देखना पड़ेगा, आउटर क्वेरी. आई विल हैव टू रेफरेंस द आउटर क्वेरी, like this product name belongs to which category, and then I will calculate the average price of the product which belongs to the same category. So to do that, to do that, we have to create two copies of the same table. First for the outer query, second for the inner query. And inner query will compare the category to the outer query. Only then we will find the average price. So what will happen? This inner query will correlate to the outer query. That is why correlated. यहां पर जैसे इंडिपेंडेंट है वहां पर इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं होगी. Let me write it again. So see, this is how we will do. है ना, इसमें let us add category ID also if we want to write category ID. Now here we have to write it this as P1. ठीक है, ये तो हो गया products P1 where unit price is greater than. Again we have to select the average. So this is as it is, but we have to select from P2. ठीक है, ये तो just creating two copies of the product table. Now what is the condition here? In this, can you tell me what is the condition to calculate the average? देखो, P1 is there for the output, P2 is there to calculate the average. What is the condition to calculate the average?
In certain category.
Same category ID, right?
Yes.
So we will write where P2 dot category ID is equal to P1 dot category ID, right? So the inner table category ID, which is there to find the average, should be equal to the outer table category ID, which will select the name, unit price, and category. So what will happen? Let me run this query. We will get the answer. But in background, how it is running, right? It is running when each and every time we select a product name, this query gets executed for every column, every row in the outer subquery. Okay, let me explain you again. So let us say I am selecting, first of all, this is correlated subquery. I cannot run this alone. If I run this alone, it will throw me error. See, because P2 dot category, P2 यहाँ पे कुछ है नहीं, right? P1 dot category नहीं है क्योंकि it is dependent on the outer query, which was not the case in the normal one. Second thing, that when I run this, let us say here, so for every row, this query has to run again and again. I will tell you how. So first of all, select product name. Chai select किया, then it will find the average unit price for the category which chai belongs to. Then we will select Chang. So it will find the average unit price for which Chang is there. Then again average unit price for this, then this, then. So it will keep on running again and again because the category keeps on changing. So it will have to find the average price again and again. While in the above one, which is the normal subquery, we just find the average price once. Let us say it is 76. Then we just keep on comparing and giving out the solutions. So before moving forward, I will give you 5 minutes to solve this. Like I am sharing this in the chat box, and I will also give you one question on correlated subquery for the Northwind database to solve.
Now I understood actually. That outer line I found that confusing. Now I got it.
Okay. So not an issue. If we have certain time, let us do one more question, right? So you do these two. I will give one more question and then we will start with views. Okay.
So, sir, if you remember last time I asked one query na, ki if I want to find top products in from each category. So I think through this method we can find top
Yes,
top
you just need to instead of average, need to get the max unit price, right?
max. And product name top 10 product name, right? Select top 5 or top 2.
If you are going for top 5, then I think you will not use max here because max will give you only the top most, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to find, if let us say top 5 products by
Top 5,
category.
top 2 anything. If you take top three product category.
Okay, so I think we can do with subquery, with correlated one. So, but it might be little bit bigger than what you are thinking of. मतलब इतना simple नहीं होगा वो. We might have to use Windows function or something. Let me try. So, okay. I think CTE से होगा वो, maybe. And partition by say. So for that we will have to use Windows function actually, and we will do that in the next week. So I will explain that there also. Actually होगा क्या ना, because
Okay.
this max will give us the top value, and in window function what we can do, we can give row number, मतलब 1 2 3 4 5, like rankings we can give. So using the row number we can, do a order by, like we can get the row number and then we can select the top three, or where rank is less than 3 or rank is more than 3, it will assign the ranks in a different column. Like this, we might select the top three and do the order by. Let us try if it is possible. So, but still the max function will only give us one value, which is a constraint here. So I'm not sure how it can work.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys do these two questions and I will give you one more in the correlated subqueries to do by yourself. When you are done, just let me know. Okay, so here is a question that I think you will have to use both query, subquery and a join. So question is, you have to find customers who have placed orders with a total freight cost greater than the average freight cost for all their orders. Let me write using a multi-line comment. So this is the question that you have to solve. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay. And have I pasted this in the chat box for you? Yes, I have. So ये दो run कर लो and try this question. Let me know if you are able to solve it. Here you will have to join the orders table and the customer table, and then freight cost should be greater than the average freight cost. ठीक है, so you have to find customer who have placed order with a total freight cost greater than the average freight cost of all their orders. Okay, so are you guys able to do this, or shall I share the solution now?
Trying it.
Okay, so I'll give you 3 to 4 more minutes and then I will share the solution. Okay? If you have any doubt or any queries कि सर कौन से टेबल से होगा, ज्वाइन करना है, कैसे करना है, so to ask, you can take any hints if you want to.
We have to take the freight cost from the orders table.
Yes, you have to. Okay, no worries. So let me do this for you, right? So here we are supposed to first of all do the join because we have two different table. So basic inner join, I will select c dot customer id, c dot company name, which is the name of the customer basically. Then I will select o dot order id and o dot print, right? Then from customers c inner join orders o on c dot customer id is equal to o dot customer id, right? This is the basic join that we have to do. Now comes the second part of the question, which says total freight cost greater than the average. Okay, so for those orders where the customer has paid more than what he usually pays for, मतलब जहां पे उसने पेमेंट जो किया है that is more than his own average. So where o dot price is greater than, and यहाँ पर we will open the subquery bracket. Here we will write a correlated subquery that will select the average of o2 dot treat, right? I've created a copy of the orders table and I've